So this is the order. You will start with let, then you will write the subject of the sentence. The file. Then you will write be. Then you will write the past participle of the verb. Past participle of keep is kept and finish the sentence. This is the order for passive of commands. When you write a command, an order in the passive form, this is the rule. This is how you have to write. So if this is given, this will be, if this is a passive, this will be active. Understood? So can be more examples, not very much. Now sometimes there are two commands in one sentence. Like if I say, switch off the light, close the door. Both are orders. Of the time in the exam, they give you the command and ask you to write the passive. Like let, the subject, and 90%. 10% I cannot guarantee. So, there is an order. Switch off the lights. There will be two parts in each sentence. And the most sensible thing is to do it part by part. Don't try to do the whole thing together. Do it part by part. So we take one sentence, then another sentence. Both are orders? Yes or no? So let's do switch off the lights. Huh? First I have to write let, then the subject. Be past participle switch off and again close the door. This is the second sentence. Let subject the door be closed. Right? 1, 2. Okay? Now some students. Oh, sorry. Switch. Past participle. Fine? Now some students are able to join both together. Now if you, because both are commands. Yes, it is not like one is a command, one is something else. In this sentence both are commands, right? So there is a method of joining. If you want to join, so let the lights be switched off, and second let you don't write, the door will be closed. Because both are orders, second time it is not necessary to write that late. But a lot of students don't find it comfortable. So you don't have to be adventurous. If you are not comfortable, you follow this and this, both in the same way you do it. Understood? Like the way you have done the first sentence, second sentence also do it in the same way. This is because both are commands. Okay? Now the second, in case the second one is not a command, then you have to change it. Like suppose I give you, switch off the lights before you go to bed. Or before, not before you go to bed, before you cook, or before you cook dinner. So switch off the, I make it fan, switch off the fan before you cook dinner. Here, one is a command. The second one is not a command. So the first one you will do, let the fan be switched off before you cook dinner. Dinner is cooked by you. This is the second part. Because one is a command, the other one is not a command. So the command one you do it that way, let plus the rule that I taught you, and the second one you do it according to the tense. But if both are commands, then you do it the way let plus subject plus be plus past participle. Understood? Pencil? Number? Then you do it that way. Okay. When two commands are given, both cases we start let like that. If you are comfortable, then second let you can omit. If you are comfortable. If you are not comfortable, we will just follow the same method.
Simple active passive.
That will be simple active passive.
Last part to late.
That will be yes.
Yes. And first active passive. And passive will active.
Active passive. Understood? Everybody? Mudrika, I hope you are writing. Now a few more rules. Passive of questions. If a question begins, if you have a pencil, please underline. If a question, I have pencil underline. If a question in the active voice begins with do or does or did, in the passive voice form, we use be plus subject plus past participle. one sentence. Do you like chocolates? Write one sentence. Do you like chocolates? So it is a question beginning with do, does, did. What happened? How can I help you? So I had started a question with do you like chocolates? Now they are saying in the passive we will use the form of verb be plus subject plus past participle. You don't have to remember that. Do you like chocolates? Now this is a question in the active. Yes or no?
Yes.
Chocolates is the object. Now you write, it's plural. So are chocolates liked by you? Are chocolates liked by you? Keep the copy on the table. Give the back. You know why? So bad for your posture. Very bad. And this kind of table, chair that you sit on is the best. And there you sit like this, finished. So you see, the question is given with two subject, and in the passive form are. In the passive form verb be plus subject plus past participle of life. That is one. The second rule. Running down. Actually, when passive is going to be a little tough, my dear. Yes. You didn't come the other day unless you really study hard. So very good. Now, suppose it does not begin with do, does, did. It begins with all the special auxiliaries that you have learned, must and can and what. Then we use auxiliary plus subject plus be plus past participle. So write one sentence. These are the special auxiliaries. Can you post this letter? Can you post this letter? This is with the special auxiliary. Now right answer. Can this letter. So can auxiliary plus subject plus be. Be. Past participle posted. So can this letter be posted by you? These are two key rules which you have to study. Now suppose a question begins with has, have, had, that one. become the subject here? Has. Has the film, have you seen the film? Question mark. Now passive. Has. Passive. Has the film been seen by you? Very good. So then you will not have much problem. You know what? Very good. So that's why you were the
I have exam.
I said I know life is tough now. For all the young people, now life is tough. Our times it was. But those who studied, for them it was not so comfortable. I remember some of my cousins who had studies. So because they were good,
B-I-N. B-E-I-N.
their level of expectation was also more. Naturally, IIT and all, so they were not just happy being the
By
same
you.
thing.
Two.
Yes. What was it?
Has.
Has is a film.
Has.
So has the film been seen by you? But
Okay, this letter will posted by you, correct?
competition is
B,
on
B, B.
now. Because nowadays, our time, first division was 60%. Even if you got second division, still there was hope for you. Nowadays there is so much competition.
This the class whose qualification was MSc computer very he was very skilled MSc maths he was working as a evaluation. He has now out of 1 lakh candidates.
Yes, yes.
Scottish Church, I was a single person. UG was a student of Scottish Church.
Such a good one.
And also their maximum skill in computer. I cannot imagine that. They are qualified.
Okay, next one. So these are auxiliaries. Now, suppose we don't get auxiliaries, we get question words. Where did you go yesterday? When did you buy this dress? So, where are you going? Whenever you have questions with auxiliaries, active verbs means there will be an object. So, suppose it is given where some other word. Why did you, right? Why did you tell a lie? Why did you tell a lie? So this is active because tell has an object. Now this begins with a question word. Right. Now when I write it in the passive, I will write it beginning with a question word, the same question word. So far we were doing auxiliaries. Auxiliaries rules are different. But if you begin an active sentence with the question word, the passive will also start with the question word. So what was the question? Why did he tell a lie? Now write the answer. Why was, remember, question word to be followed by the auxiliary. Why was a lie told by him? Why was a lie told by him?
Question why did you tell a lie?
Question word. Oh, I'm sorry. Whatever. The subject changes the subject. If it is he, you write he. If that being you, then you. Sometimes you get a negative sentence. I just do 2 more rules and I'll stop. So, Mrs. Roy does not like chocolate ice cream. Mrs. Roy does not like chocolate ice cream. It's a negative sentence.
Yes.
When I write it in the passive, first write the answer, then I will tell you. Chocolate ice cream, I gave ice cream, na? Then it will be is. Chocolate ice cream is not liked by Mrs. Roy. Now the first sentence is a negative sentence. Mrs. Roy does not like chocolate ice cream. Second time when I repeat, I like chocolate ice cream is not liked by Mrs. Roy. So you see the word not is coming between the be verb and the past participle. Be verb is, liked is the past participle. That means, what can you conclude from this? Conclude that if a negative sentence is given, the word not will come between the be verb and the past participle. These are the rules. You have to go home and revise. Because unless you revise these rules time and again, it will not get here, written here. Now, we will do one more rule and stop, where okay. So far, all the time you have done, the agent is introduced with the help of the what? Yes or no? By Shankar, by Gautam, by the carpenter, by the mouse. Every time we have used by.
Keep the files. Keep the files in the drawer.
Keep the file.
Like this.
Keep the file.
We can go stand up, only once you stand. Now, suppose you always say this has been done by so and so.
Draw.
Why? Now, suppose it is a person.
Let the file be kept in the drawer.
It's moving. No. Great, yes. So, I write Nomita is known by, I will not use, I will use to. Nomita is correct because we are dealing with persons. That is one difference. Another type. Suppose Nomita knows German. German is a language. In this case, I will say German is known by. That time I will not use to. Anything else for a person, I will use to. But if it is a language that a person knows, we will use. Okay? Sometimes a sentence has two objects. Okay? Showed tricks, one object, another object is the children. Now when you when I write it in the passage, either one I can start. I can start the children were showed tricks by the joker, or I can start with tricks, any one object. Tricks were showed to the children by the joker. First, either I start with children or I write tricks were showed to the children by the joker. Okay. So if there are two objects, when you write it in the passive, you can start with anyone. Both are grammatically correct. They have given you usual to use the indirect object. One is a direct object, one is an indirect object, and write the indirect object first. But don't worry, you can start either way and it will be right. Okay? Understood? Sure. One more way. Then I won't wait for you. That is sentence, there is time which has been mentioned or place has been mentioned. So, say for example, teacher took the class in the library for some reason. Maybe there was renovation work in the classroom, whatever. The teacher took the class in the library. Now, when you write it in the passive, the class. Whose phone? Whose phone? Phone is yours. The class was taken see the difference. Every time we write by at the end. Here I have put by before. By the teacher in the library. Have you seen that? Normally, every time we write by so and so at the end of the sentence, whenever there is place and time, agent comes before. Because place is given, or suppose yesterday was given. Took the class yesterday. So the class was taken by the teacher yesterday. So whenever time and place is given, the agent comes before. You came from college?
No, there was a procession by her.
For what? No, I said procession for what?
I don't know.
Who did
Many
it?
students are.
Why did you join? You joined the procession. Said anyway I am late. Might as well enjoy. So you have to ask them, because quite a bit of it has been done. Fine? I will stop here today. No more rules. The teacher took time and place, agent comes before. Got it? Only this much. This big, this paper. Number 5.
Sweep off.
Inherent is there in your liver.
I don't know you are. You are sweep off. Shua. The. Sweep off the light and close. Close the door.
You have added 6 sentences. Number 5, number 2. So only 6 sentences. Go.
This S lights. Eyes. Slowly.
Let the lights.
Do it now.
Lights. S. Good. Very good.
You get it soon. Valentine's Day gift from whatever. Only naturally because he went for himself. Come and sit next to him. Sometimes the net is a little slow here. Huh? Acha, my gift I have sent. Please receive the gift. Otherwise I feel bad. No
Chocolate
talking,
light.
friends. Six sentences only. And we started on